Hello everyone, Wise Guy here. It's now time for episode 12 of my Logistic Pipe tutorials. We're going to finish up our UU Matter to High Voltage Solar Panel Factory, and I'm just going to jump right in where we left off before. Alright guys, so I looked up the recipe for gold, and I set up this auto crafting table real quick. This just has a crafting pipe on top, and we're going to have to macerate and smelt that gold ore. I also hooked up fiber cable behind there, and you saw that I'm not doing a trench anymore for it. I just kind of got tired of digging the extra spot for no reason. So we just need to fix up this gold. We can get a medium voltage transformer, and we'll be ready to rock with medium voltage solar panels. So without further ado, I want to get started on that, but I am lagging just a little bit. So as soon as the lag's gone, I will go ahead and continue recording. Be just 1 minute, guys, while I set that up. Alright guys, I'm back, and I fixed the lag issue. So, we're just going to set up our little crafting pipe set up on the side here. We're going to put a basic logistic pipe and a supplier pipe. So, basic logistic pipes, and I'm just doing them both at once to save a little bit of time here. I think we're running short on time for the video. I didn't set my timer this time, so I'm not exactly sure. Here we want to keep a stack of gold ore, so I'm going to get gold ore, and we're going to get a stack of gold dust and a stack of gold ingots. So right here, gold ore, always keep 64 here, and that'll keep the macerator filled. On the crafting pipe, that'll produce 2 gold dust per ore. And let me get my signs back. That's not my signs. Okay, so there's my sign saying I can make gold dust now. This sign here is going to say I can make gold ore, or gold ingots, excuse me. And we're going to keep supplied a stack of gold dust. There we go. Now the gold dust is coming over here to make ingots. And now we need to put our auto crafting table with a supplier pipe on top, because again, we're going to be using multiple recipes for our medium voltage transformer, or excuse me, multiple items. And our medium voltage transformer, if we look at that recipe again, let's see here, medium voltage transformer is right here. So it's a machine block, the 2 times gold insulated, and I forgot about the gold insulated cable, guys. So my fault for jumping the gun. Okay, so this one here we need to make gold cable. 3 pieces, not that bad. And then here we will make the gold insulated or double insulated cable. So let's put the crafting pipe on top. Let's label both of these. And this one is going to be 1, 2, 3. Get the 12 pieces of wire. Put one of those, and we get some rubber. And this is what I was talking about with just making it a little bit more compact. You can actually put both pieces of rubber here, and we get our 2 times insulated. So, pretty cool setup right there. Import this. Now we got our 2 times insulated. We already have our machine block. And now, guys, we can talk about the actual crafting of a medium voltage transformer, and then eventually the medium voltage solar panel. Alright, so we're going to do our little sneaky bit of business right here. Take a medium voltage transformer, put it in the output with nothing on the input. Our supplier pipe we'll fill in momentarily. And I didn't get any extra 2 times insulated gold. So let's open this. 2 times insulated gold, get a stack just to make it easier for me. I'm going to put 2 pieces and 2 pieces, and then we need a machine block, which I'm going to grab a stack of, because again it's just easier for me to do it that way when I fill up the supplier. One of those, that gives me my medium voltage transformer. Now when we open this, we're going to need a full stack of machine blocks. We're going to need a full stack of 2 times gold insulated wire times 2. There we go. That's going to keep us supplied with medium voltage transformers. You can see all that gold heading over this way now that these things are warming up. lots and lots of gold. We're going to be making cable and cables and more cables. So that's how that whole setup works. And now we're going to move over, make our medium voltage transformer, or medium voltage panel, excuse me. So here goes our auto crafting table with a supplier pipe again because we're using multiple items. Crafting pipe on the side, and we know this setup, guys. Done this a few times now. Put that there so I don't forget. Open this up, and if we look at the medium voltage solar array, you need 8 low voltage with 1 medium voltage. So we have our low voltage here, we have a medium voltage transformer here, so let's go ahead and do that right now. Medium voltage transformer, 8 low voltage, gives us 1 medium voltage. So let me put that 1 medium voltage here. That makes this here, and then we know that we need 64 of those, and we're going to need 64 low voltage. I'm going to get a new stack because it's just easier to click them in that way. And I always lose these. Here they are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that is going to produce our medium voltage solar panels, and look at those things fill up right away. How cool is that? Alright guys, so you notice that once we have this stuff stacked up a ways, it's easier to keep up with itself. So lastly, we're going to need a high voltage solar panel, or excuse me, high voltage transformer, and then we'll get the solar panel. So high voltage transformer takes the 4 times insulated cable, medium voltage transformer, electronic circuit. So we got to make these and the energy crystal. The energy crystal is like the batteries where it has the charge state, so we're going to have to do the same chest setup as we did before with the batteries, and I'll make sure I cover that part in depth. For now, let's go ahead and set up the high voltage cable part, because we already have everything else. So rubber, and I'm just going to go ahead and open this up. Put 1, 2, 3, 4. What's the recipe for that? I thought that's what it was, but I guess it's not. Okay, so we're going to need 1 more table. 4 pieces of rubber with refined iron. That's my fault there, guys. Refined iron in the middle. That gives us 4 of these. Okay. So we're going to put our little crafting pipe here, do our same setup as we've been doing, guys. Again, multiple pieces. We want to make sure we are filling this correctly with a supplier pipe. And again, that's just going to prevent our overflow in a way that you can't normally do. So refined iron, put this here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Put this here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm just counting the adding of that. I'm going to get a new stack of refined iron, make this a little bit easier. Put that there. Now we have insulated cable, and we have to make it times 4. 1 more auto crafting table. Open this up. Let's do the insulated high voltage cable. Get rid of the gold and the gold dust and the gold wire and the gold cable. Okay. So we put 1 of these, and we put 1, 2, 3, nope, 1, 2. That makes it 4 times. Since this is 2 pieces, or 2 ingredients, we want to do this part again with the supplier pipe. And we're going to put the crafting table over here. Excuse me, crafting pipe over here. We're going to open this pipe up after we add the sign. You can add the signer before and after, it doesn't really matter. Now we are always going to keep 64 pieces in here, and we're going to get some more rubber so we can make this a little quicker. We're always going to keep 2 stacks of 64 rubber. Just going to cover those 2 stacks there. And these are interchangeable, guys. It doesn't matter if I put that here or here or here, whatever you like. Totally works fine. So we'll do it that way. So now we make our 4 times insulated cable. That's not what I wanted to have. I just needed 4 times. Yeah. That's what I needed. Okay, 4 times insulated high voltage cable. So finally, guys, the Lapitron crystal, and this is, or excuse me, the energy crystal. Now, diamond, 8 redstone, not too bad. I actually know the UU recipe for diamond. It is 9 pieces of UU. So there we go. We can put a crafting pipe on top. Hook this in, import, set that up. Now we can make diamonds, and now we need to use the redstone that we already have in our system. So put that down, put a supplier pipe on top, crafting pipe on the side, because we're using redstone and diamond. We're going to open this piece here, put our crystal at the end. Now this is going to be the interesting part. Now see, there's depleted ones here that don't have an EU tick, and there's another one that does have an EU tick. So I'm going to get these ones that are depleted without the EU showing, and see how that works first. And then we're going to look to see what actually gets crafted and figure out what we need to do, just like we had to do with the batteries. So let's see here. I know we're going to need a chest, which I'll put in the back here. Just double checking the other setup. So we'll put that chest right here. And then we're going to need a supplier on the chest and the satellite next to that. So we will do it this way. Supplier. And then we will go ahead and put our satellite pipe. We're going to make this satellite pipe a different frequency, of course. We'll make this one frequency 3. And this will have frequency 3 as well, once we get the correct items in there. We turn this off and we get some redstone and a diamond. Stack of redstone and a stack of diamonds. Isn't it amazing when you can just pull a stack of diamonds out? Alrighty, so we want to first of all get a stack of diamond, stack of redstone. Now, over here, we're going to need to put, let's see here. You know what? We don't need to have this set up here just yet. Let's get rid of that, get rid of that. I apologize, guys. I was getting one step ahead of myself, as I usually do. So this one actually needs to be set up like this, with diamond and then redstone surrounding it. This is going to make our crystal. Now we're going to do it this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. With one redstone in the middle, that gives us an energy crystal. Now if I do one more, just to make sure, I need to make sure I have the other state of the energy cell without the little charge bar. So when I import this and clear these, we get that energy crystal that does not have a charge bar. And I'm going to double check my batteries to see which ones I have over here. So on the RE battery on the crafting pipe, you'll notice that we have the same thing where it crafts the one that does not have a charge bar. And here it does not have a charge bar, and here it does not have a charge bar. But when we supply them, we are there we go. When we supply them, we are supplying the one without the battery, or without the charge bar, but in here it does have the charge bar. Also, the supplier pipe has the one without the charge bar. So that's what we need to do when we make this next setup, is just make sure that we're using the one that does not have that little charging bar, and you'll see exactly what I mean here when we get to that. So we have energy crystals. Now we just need to make our high voltage transformer. So this is the one that's going to require the satellite pipe. We'll put that down here, right here. Crafting pipe next. We're going to make that satellite pipe probably just frequency 3, as I was sending a second ago here when I was putting it on the wrong area. 3, I guess. We're going to put this crystal here and put this as satellite 3. And we're going to make sure that we can put our sign here. Hook that up. We're going to put a chest here with a supplier pipe on top. So let me put this here. Supplier pipe. And we need to supply this with the ingredients to make this item here. So in the table itself, we have this energy crystal, which seems to be working okay so far. And then we also are going to have high voltage transformer, a medium voltage, the two 4 times high insulated thing in a circuit. So if we put a circuit over there, circuit, and we get the 4 times high voltage insulated cable. And then we get rid of these, we get rid of this, get rid of the diamond, the redstone. We need this here and this here. We need one of those here. And in the middle, we just need one medium voltage transformer. That's how we get high voltage transformers, guys. Almost done with the setup, believe it or not. We just need to go here, make sure we always have 64. We're going to make sure we always have an energy crystal. And see, guys, this is why I need this one. Okay, so here we go, energy crystal. And let me put that back in the auto crafting table so it knows the recipe. We're going to need 64 medium voltage transformers at all times. And we're going to need 64 electronic circuits, so lots and lots of circuits. Alrighty, so there goes our high voltage transformer. And now, guys, the easy part, if there was one, is going to be just hooking up our high voltage transformer to a crafting table to make our high voltage solar panel, the end goal for everything here. Now, I'm pretty sure we're getting really late on the video here, guys, so I might have to prune a little bit out. Thank you for sticking with me this whole time. High voltage solar panel will be my output. On the input here, we're going to put 8 medium voltage. Get rid of the low voltage here. We're going to put a high voltage transformer there, and that gives us our high voltage solar panel. Excuse me. So let's go ahead and find our medium voltage again, just so I can get a fresh stack. Supplier pipe, medium voltage, 64 around the edges. High voltage transformer. Now look at the beauty, guys. We place this chest down. Place this pipe over. I'm going to put my requester pipe. And now, guys, we can craft high voltage high voltage solar panels. I'm going to request a stack. Successful. It has everything it needs in this long chain. Now, again, guys, this is going to take some time because you're going to need so many circuits and everything. I'm going to go ahead and check on our UU status while we do this real quick and while I talk. Change it back to daytime so you can see a little easier. So basically, guys, again, this is just a crazy cool way, in my opinion, on how you can make use of your UU matter. Now, what most people do, geez, we're almost out of UU matter also. So I should probably get more of that as I talk. But what most people do with their systems is they wind up setting up more and more high voltage solar panels that are connected to more and more mass fabricators. And those mass fabricators are hooked up to more and more systems for more UU matter. And that UU matter is used to make even more panels. And it's kind of just a cycle like that. It's kind of a crazy cycle. So if that's something that you guys are interested in doing, this is the way you would set it up. I'm just going to keep feeding this UU matter right now since we don't have a recycler feeding through right now. But basically, a recycler would just go ahead and make scrap, and then that scrap would get turned into your mass fabricator, and you would make more and more mass fabricators as you make more UU matter, and then it's just kind of a vicious cycle. It just keeps going and going and going and going and going. So make more and more panels, which means you can run more mass fabs at a time on pure EU, let alone having scrap. And again, it's just really, really crazy, intricate machine, I think. It's just a lot of repetitive, this is what I do. I have a crafting pipe with their one item. If it's multiple items, you have a supplier pipe with a crafting pipe. If it's items that can't stack or have changes in state, like charging batteries and crystals, then you're going to have to do a chest. And I think, guys, we should have at least one panel here at the end, so I do want to show that this works. You can see the Lapotron crystals going, or whatever they're called, energy crystals. Lapotron are the blue ones. We don't have a high voltage solar panel just yet. Looks like we're waiting. Okay, you can see we have all the high voltage transformers we need so far. We're waiting for more medium voltage solar panels, but they did start coming through. So that's the good news. So medium voltage solar panels are right here, and we're just waiting for more low voltage. and low voltage are probably getting built as well. So yep, those are just waiting for some more solar panels. Solar panels are just waiting for some more generators. And generators are just waiting for whatever's not in that chest yet. So they are waiting for the refined iron. And the iron is going to be waiting for the iron ingots and etc, etc, etc. So we're making more iron ore right here, constantly making iron ore. It's constantly being macerated and produced, so it's making plenty of refined iron. You might want to make a few more setups of the auto crafting to make iron, just because it's not really keeping up in that sense. But we should be able to see a panel here pop out, and I don't want to cut the video until it does. So guys, I'm going to go ahead and pause it then, and I will see where we're at on time. I think we're about at wrapping up point, and I'll see when we fill in the rest of the way. I'll show you guys right at the end when we get one high voltage panel, and you can see how this would work. Again, 100% automated now to make our high voltage panels. We just have to request it and walk away. Alright, I'm going to cut it here, and I'll come back when we're done. Alrighty guys, so I am back. We basically are still in the same spot, but we have way too much footage here as it is right now. You can see that everything is working. It's just a matter of getting it to the end result, which does take quite some time. Again, I think the iron is probably the biggest holdup right now. We need 3 more low voltage there. Of the low voltage, we need 2 more basic solar panels, and of the basic solar panels, I don't know what we're missing yet. Generators are missing something back here. Generators are missing refined iron, so let me just drop some refined iron in here. See if we can speed this whole process up a little bit. Okay, there we go. That's being used up very quickly to make more generators, and these will make more panels, and then we should see those pop in here. Those solar panels should be ending up right in here. And if they are bugged for some reason, I think I might have had some issues with chunk load errors too. We'll just go ahead and put this here. Send another low voltage over here to this medium voltage. Now we sent that medium voltage off to the high voltage. And finally, we just need a few more medium voltage here. So 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can see that this was going to work, guys. I think we might have been running into chunk load issues down there at the end. Maybe that's part of the issue. But look, we got 1 high voltage solar panel. So for all that work, we got this 1 panel that'll pump out 512 EU per tick. So for fun, guys, right at the end of the video, I was thinking about blowing up all these machines, but I think I'm going to keep it as a reference for a while. There's just a little bit too much work in there to just blow it up. So instead, I will pop this high voltage solar panel down on top of this, where my transformer can handle it, and take it all down. And look at that, because I'm in creative, I have more than one. How funny is that? But guys, thank you very much for watching. At least the second part here might have been a third part, depending on where we had to cut the videos at. So thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed it. If you do have questions, please let me know. And this was a really fun build. So please give feedback. And if you have other builds you'd like to see, let me know. Thank you. Bye-bye.